Hi guys, happy Monday. Holy crap, I did not expect to sleep in that fucking late. I am so pissed off. So, this not having medicine at night is getting to be very old. Very old. So, yes, I got a new fucking haircut. So, alright, I don't remember where we left off with the, Cosmic, or not the Cosmic Tarot, but the, Lenormand Tarot cards. But, yeah, I gave up on that, so I really wanted to get into La Santisima Muerte's. She has 2 decks. She has more than 2 decks. She has a ton. This one is actually in English, so I can read it. And it's literally amazing. Amazing. So when you go to her altar on, her day, and you light that yellow candle that we talked about for divination with guidance with her, yeah, you can use any kind of cards. Any. But, I mean, these are amazing. They're beautiful. They're gorgeous. The cards are just incredible. So I think you guys are going to really like this one. Alright, so let's show the box. God, who got this for me? My sister. So, here's the box. Very, very, very amazing. So it's the Day of Wait. Book of the Dead. Santisima. Well, they should have La Santisima Muerte. Not just Santa Muerte, because I hear that she takes offense to La, or not La, but Santa Muerte. So I always say La Santisima Muerte. Book of the Dead. So, very neat. Very neat. I mean, it's just crazy. Crazy amazing. Crazy, crazy amazing. We have 78 cards with book. Yes, we do. And it's really cool how the box just pops right off and you have your little card carrying case. So, alright. Let's get into this. So, let's see. Okay, the La Santisima Muerte Tarot Book of the Dead by Fabio Listrani. Alright, now we're going to go into the Major Arcana. So, we will start with the Fool. These are the backs of the cards. This is just amazing. It is just awesome. I love it. So, that's the back of the card. And then there's the Fool. So, everything is very skeletal. I love it. I think it's amazing. It's incredible. So yeah, instead we have a butterfly this time, and he's got a banjo almost looking type like thing. So it's very neat. Just all of the symbolism in it is just amazing. So we have for the Fool. Let's see if there's any kind of differences in meanings. Alright, so the Fool. Okay, so whether it be the beginning or the end of a new project or a journey, what the Fool brings with him is a great flood of energy, a feeling of lightness and novelty. The road on which he finds himself, whether going towards or moving away from something, can be seen as an escape, as a liberation. So it is nevertheless always illuminated by intuition. If we are in the middle of a problem or a negative moment, this is the card that can bring with it as baggage things like chaos, impulsiveness, indecision, and can lead to irrational choices, incoherence, or wow, these are tiny, flightness of a butterfly. Alright, now, they give you the advice of the dead. So this is what I really like about it. So, the advice of the dead for the Fool. Continue along your road having focused on your objectives. Often, traveling lightly and freeing yourself of some baggage can help to channel your energies better. So I like these meanings. They're very, very neat. I love it. It is really, really amazing. A really amazing deck. That I have yet to actually use. So now we have the Magician, which I love. I mean, it is just... it's so amazing. I mean, these cards, you have the altar, he has everything on his altar, and it's incredible. So we have the Magician. Alright, now the Magician in her deck So we are facing a beginning, and we can begin with choices in harmony with our deepest will, letting the primordial fire that illuminates the head of the magician act as the spark. Potentials such as his talent, his abilities to persuade, are at their maximum level in a creative and receptive equilibrium, so catalyzed by his instruments such as the wand and the chalice. So where however, the will is not clear but clouded, as covered by a veil. So it is then easy to act imprudently, to have prejudices, to hesitate, or to remain in a stalled situation. So a victim of indecision. Now it gives the advice of the dead too. So I like this, I do. Do not waste time, act. You can trust your own abilities without delay, but carefully evaluate where you aim your potential and the object of your choices. I like this one. These are some nice cards. Okay, now we have the High Priestess, and this is, I mean, just amazing. The imagery. I mean, literally, look at that. Look at that throne she sits on. Who wouldn't want that kind of a throne? Literally, it's amazing. So that is just one amazing card. And they give the card numbers. So at the bottom they have the High Priestess. And then right here they have like 2. So that'd be the second card. Which I love it. It's gorgeous cards. Alright, the High Priestess. Is that what we were doing? Yes. Alright. The High Priestess represents a wisdom such as the rigor and commitment to attain this through study, evaluation, management, and also through the consultation and closeness of a female figure, maternal and mature. I need glasses. So she suggests a period of waiting or perhaps isolation, during which it is possible to think deeply about what we need to then grasp the key that will open what was previously accumulated. So the risk of this process, however, is to remain too closed within oneself, to accumulate perhaps secrets, and to then be prey to pride, laziness, or passivity, much like the bird that silently observes from above. From its point of view without acting. I love these. These are awesome. So, the advice of the dead. Proceed with study and meditate on the best road that will take you where you can realize your project without forgetting to value what you are accumulating or keeping. I love that. I love these cards. I really need to start reading them. I really need to start doing these cards. Right, now we have the Empress. I mean, this is gorgeous. I mean, she is gorgeous. I mean, everything about her. So yeah, since they're skeletons, we can't really tell if they're pregnant or not. They're all skeletons, which I like. Alright, so the Empress. Where'd I go? Oh, there we go. Duh. Okay, the Empress. So this card represents a first and important explosion of creativity, dynamism, and intuition, a natural pulsation, passionate and spontaneous, capable of dominating, seducing, and shining with happiness. The Empress brings with her development, abundance, and progress, but an action that is too impulsive and undertaken with little experience could bring quick results that do not last, like a branch that has been permanently removed before fully developing. A further risk is that of being caught in not taking action if presumption or malice has the upper hand. Very different meanings. So, the advice of the dead. We have, make the most of your experiences and act quickly, avoiding indecision or laziness. If necessary, plan your actions more rationally in order to let what you desire blossom in your life. Very amazing cards. I love it. Okay, now we have the Emperor, which is, yeah, he is one crazy looking guy. I love it. Yeah, they're so shiny that you can't really see. So yeah, that's the Emperor. I can't wait to show you guys Magician. That's what I'm gonna look like when I'm like 60. so 30 more years. Alright, now, wait a minute, where'd it go? Oh, the Emperor. So, yeah, I do need glasses. We are faced here with the domain of the material stability of an equilibrium attained through experience and rationality. So, the Emperor incarnates masculine and patriarchal power, capable of attaining concrete conquests in the world, including those in the economic field. So, as it is demonstrated by the casket on which he leans, he also represents security and irremovability. So, as the anchor at his feet demonstrates. So, an excess or abuse of power can bring about his degeneration, making him become a cold tyrant or an adversary instead of a paternal and comforting figure. Wow. That's close. That's close to home. So anyways, we have the advice of the dead. So do not be afraid of aiming high with your objectives and with those you are materially constructing. So even accepting the help of a person who is important and protective. Wait a minute. Oh, the Hierophant. Okay, the Hierophant's next. This is the one that I really like. What is he using? Ouija board. Very, very interesting. It's so colorful. I really want to project myself into some of these cards, but not just quite yet. So, alright, what was that, the Emperor? The Hierophant. So the Hierophant, in this case, fully incarnates his role as a mediator, a bridge capable of connecting what is above and what is below. So what was with will be. Okay, yeah. The wisdom that comes from our ancestors and from the collective consciousness they created freely flows in this mature figure, capable of communicating, clarifying, helping, and protecting, as well as bringing and attributing an ideal to our actions. He becomes particularly negative, however, whenever fanaticism takes the upper hand, transforming his figure into a false and intolerant guru. These are very precise meanings. Very precise. I like them. Alright, now, advice of the dead. Once you have analyzed the situation with foresight, your means, and what you are able to communicate, proceed towards your objectives and your ideals. I love that card. Wow. I love how it doesn't give you reversed meanings. Now we have the Lovers, which is, this is incredible. These images, I wish my camera would pick these up better. So, there we go. You can kind of see the Lovers. I love these. These are just, incredible. We have a lot of clocks and hearts, like mechanical hearts going on. So, very interesting. The Lovers. So, alright, the card of the Lovers forces us to choose, but not before we have gone through a period of learning, including doubts, crossroads, and ambiguities, whatever. We are finally ready to do what we like and to love what we do. The key of the choice shines actively, and our heart is ready to accept it, creating a new union, a new project, or a new friendship. So, it is also a moment for meetings of social life, altruism, but on the negative side, it can bring with it doubts, arguments, and even separations, deceptions, or temptations. So, well, that's pretty good. It incorporates everything, every little aspect, even like the negative. So it is, kind of incorporating the negative with the positive. Alright, now the advice from the dead with the Lovers. Having chosen the direction, proceed without hesitation towards that road. It will probably be the harder road, but it will reveal itself without doubt to be the best way to gain what you love. So these are just simple, but they are pretty good. Now I have the Chariot. Wow, and this is really cool because it's almost like a gypsy wagon of just, everything. So, that's the Chariot. Very, very different. Very different. We have a lot of people going on here. I love it, though. Okay. Alright, the road has been cleared and the Chariot is ready for action. So to travel, conquer, to spread our influence. to the world and inspire others in their own efforts. So this is the dynamic arcana of control, triumph, and conquest, a dynamic harmony that pushes us towards a new and an engaging phase that will see our efforts repaid. Wow. However, when a problem arises, the dynamic push is inverted, and there is a risk of remaining static, or of inconclusiveness, seeing obstacles at every crossroad. Oh God, yes, today. It could also degenerate into a counterproductive and uncontrolled ambitions. Alright, now advice from the dead. I love these. I love the advice from the dead. Act and take on with courage the road and have decided to face while conserving a certain prudence in not letting yourself be overwhelmed by your emotions. Okay, I'm going to take that advice from that card right now and not let myself become overwhelmed with stupid emotions. Like betrayal. Alright, now we have strength. Oh. Wow. Alright. That does show strength. Wow. I love it. It's awesome. So this is strength. There. A little bit better. These cards are just, incredible. Thank you, my sister, for sending those to me. Alright, a new creative beginning or a new injection of energy. An injection of energy. It will be granted to those who do not renounce the fight and the challenge, carried forward by their own will and embracing their own objective projects with conviction, courage, sincerity, and ownership. There is no sense in suffocating the animal energy in us, but rather sublimate it, control it with determination, and channel it the right way. So an excess of this could cause arrogance and possessiveness, and in the worst cases, repression, hard-headedness, and egotism. Or the contrary, when it is absent, staticity, insecurity, and weakness. It's a really tiny book. So, the advice of the dead. Act without hesitation with strength and courage, completely trusting what you have built and learned in order to arrive here and to attain what you desire. These are very, very simple, but it's just, they're just very simple. Excuse me. Card next. Oh, the Hermit. This is the coolest one. So this is my card. This is the Virgo card. The Hermit in the coffin. Leave us alone. Leave us alone. So that's the Hermit. Alright. Where'd I go? Oh. Here I am. Alright, the Hermit represents a positive crisis to deal with and to relinquish to. So a slow but profound evolution in a rather long period of silence and removal, where at times it is actually in the deepest darkness we rediscovered our own light and acquire wisdom. I like that. So this card also represents a paternal archetype, a wise figure, prudent, a master who functions for us as a guide and a transitionary figure, ready to illuminate our journey. An excess of isolation, however, can bring with it certain slowness, an inability to be able to develop certain latent talents, or a period of stasis and abnegation. So, advice of the dead. Take the time necessary for your actions, evaluating what you need to renounce or what you should remove from yourself in order to leave a situation that is placing you in difficulty. So these cards are extremely accurate so far. Alright, now take the advice of the dead. So, take the time necessary for your actions, evaluating what you need to renounce. Oh, I already read that. Okay, sorry guys. Alright, now we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is even cooler. We have balance, so much balance going on. So we have La Blanca, and we have the black image of La Santisima Muerte. Very neat. I don't know if that's a wheel, but we can see these sickles, all kinds of stuff, the hourglass, all of it. It's really neat. Alright. Which one was that? Okay, the Wheel of Fortune. These are in really different order. Okay, so according to the position in which this card appears, it represents the beginning, the middle, or the end. Well, of a cycle. It represents dynamism, mutation, and the complementary with which we are uninterrupted, changing direction and orientation. On the horizon can be seen unexpected but positive events. Ooh, I like that. Favorable circumstances and success, but ones not to linger upon in order to avoid risking stagnation. If we do not continue to move, to be fluid and changeable like the wheel itself, we will find ourselves blocked, and laziness will make our situation even more precarious. So, the advice of the dead. Support new circumstances and face the changes in front of you in time. If they enable you to proceed until it is necessary, change once again. I love these. So, now we have Justice, and I love this card. I love this card. She is wicked. I actually have this poster. So that's Justice. That looks like the nun. I love that. Okay, we have Justice. This card pushes towards balance and stability, perfection, the ability to measure things out and to evaluate, but above all, to attain what we really merit. Justice, for this reason, will be clement and generous with the good and severe with the bad. The outcome, therefore, implies that it will be the right one for impartial and honest consultation. The negative meaning indicates it could come to incarnate or castrating maternal figure, or bring uncertainties, excesses, and the consultant could feel the consequences of his or her own erroneous actions. Alright, the advice of the dead. Deal with the situation methodically, in a balanced way, with an organizational spirit, without letting yourself become disrupted by desires or passions. Yeah, these words are very tiny. Very tiny. It's a nice book, though. Very nice book. Alright. Where'd I go? Oh, that was the advice of the dead. This one's really cool. The Hanged Man. I love that. Very different from the other Hanged Man, right? Quite different. A little, I like morbid, so it's okay with me, but yeah. Alright. The Hanged Man indicates a moment of pause, distance, meditation, and preparation in order to think deeper and more profoundly about our projects, even facing some sacrifice. Not human sacrifice. This in-depth search could occur in a passive manner by remaining receptive and willing to listen or to experiment. This card can also bring about a positive change of perspective, values, or a new point of view, and make us understand that perhaps this is not the right time to act or make a choice. So, in its degeneracy, it can arrive at a situation of total block, of the inability to act in the face of negativity, doubts, and secrets. I think we could all pull from that card a lot of strength. So, alright, the advice of the dead. So this is the time to slow down and to understand from a new perspective what to think more about or what to sacrifice, with the aim of attaining profound changes. I love that. We have a new card to introduce to the Major Arcana. And it is our mother herself, La Santisima Muerte. Round of applause for her. Beautiful. Beautiful. So I would see here the birth of a baby coming. Literally the birth of a baby. I would just see that motherly figure, everything that she embodies, the good, the bad, protection, everything. So yes, she's very, very gorgeous. Oh, I love you. She's I love her. Alright. Okay, so a profound transformation, a renewal, a true and proper revolution. If it is life that generates death, then death generates life. We are connected to all that surrounds us, to the people who have come before us, and to those who will come from the cradle to the tomb, from the coffin to the womb. I like that. In a continual exchange and a continual regeneration, not of opposites, but of complementary elements. So La Santisima Muerte brings with it new projects, changes, cuts, and the necessary abandonment of what we keep stationary and entangled. So, like the past or suffocating ties. These changes, however, are not always pain-free, but can bring with them trauma, anger, violence, and loss, including an immobility. When we refuse to take on these transmutations. Okay, now the advice for the dead. Accept the changes that are offered in front of you without fear of cutting ties and cutting yourself off from your old positions, old ideas, or preconceptions. Okay, a mutation is imposing itself. I like that. I really like that card. Yeah, it is time to cut myself away from certain people. Now we have Temperance, which is, just beautiful. This is beautiful. She's behind what is that, the Mayan temple, the Aztec temple? I would say the Aztec temple, since she is closely related to the Aztecs and also the Mayans, so I'm not sure. So Temperance, very, very amazing. She's beautiful. And ever since, I've cleaned her altar and just started to work with her more, just sincere offerings, it's just been amazing. Literally amazing. So, what did I just do her? Oh, Temperance. Oh, okay, I didn't read the card yet. This card is protection, healing, and circulation. Oh, I like that. It forces us to mitigate, to find the middle path and to add something valid that is capable of placating to avoid, oh my god, these words are so tiny, traumatic cuts. Temperance is an arcana of adaptation, reconciliation, and harmony, where it is cooperation that determines the birth of something new, ready to spread out into the world. Whenever problems are raised, however, it will be disorder and coldness that take the upper hand, unsettle the balance, and close off any kind of circulation or communication. Yeah, I need to do that. I really need to cut off communications and ties with very specific people. So the advice of the dead. Evaluate your objectives well, and with moderation try to reach a balance that will enable you to make the unstable stable, or move what is fixed. Alright. Okay, so the Devil card is next, and it reminds me totally of the Dark Lord from Sabrina. So these cards were made way before the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, but literally, it literally reminds me of the Dark Lord from Sabrina. But it's still, it's still the Devil card, so. It's still gorgeous, though. Jeez. I love it. So yes, we have people down here playing banjos with candles, but he still has them on strings. So he's still using them as puppets. Alright. Alright, the Devil. Creativity and passion at its highest point. The Devil is the source from where we attain will, audacity, and charisma unto the profound depths of the psyche and human subconsciousness. It pushes us to realize and liberate our true nature by encountering successes, contracts, and solid and lasting targets. When the situation, however, is in the negative, this could become a synonym of arrogance, possessiveness, and dependency, creating suffocating and binding ties like strings of a puppeteer holds in its hands. Alright, the advice of the dead. Free yourself from what you think you are tied to, and become who you really are, following your instinct and your inner fire without giving in to the flattery, and properly evaluating the dangers that surround you. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just like, whatever. Sorry guys, I am just not comfortable today. Okay. The Tower. This is just very confusing. It makes me, yes, first we have to look at the Tower upside down. So that is the Tower upside down, so it makes complete sense. You see the staircase and everything. But the Tower right side up, it makes no sense. It makes no sense whatsoever. I just love these cards. I am in love. So anyways, So something that you have been exposed to for probably a long time is about to emerge, explode, and open itself to the world. Oh God, the tower therefore is a living construction, overcrowded and teeming, exposed due to a sudden change that will alter the balances, and whose orientations and directions therefore could seem to become confused or overturned. So that's where we get the weird floppity-woppity of the card. It could be difficult to go against the current and against a common opinion, but this is how illumination will arrive. Otherwise, it will be a violent separation that will win, an expulsion that will bring with it a crisis, unbalance, and in the worst cases, a true catastrophe. Don't want that. The advice of the dead: destroy old structures and superficial structures without fear, and those that have become over time a prison, and liberate the energies that were enclosed within them. These are these are more positive, oddly enough. Oh, we have to start David here. Alright, so we have the star now. Wow. It's just incredible. I mean, it's so much. So much goes into these cards. It's just, they look so surreal. Like, you can actually, like, they're just, you can pop into them. And I'm sure we could actually literally pop into them. Alright, the star. An active, luminous arcana full of hope and immersed in its own environment. The star brings with it receptiveness, altruism, fertility. It is like a powerful action of irrigating the world, where finally we find our place, able to reposition our own energies towards positive perspectives for the future. It also pushes us at times not choose between the two options we find in our hands, and that seem incompatible, but to reconcile them. If this flow, however, is aimed badly, there will be inevitable losses and waste, such as feelings of uncertainty, nostalgia, and at times obstinacy. Alright, the advice of the dead. You are traveling the right path, therefore do not give up hope. I needed to hear that. Continue once you have completely focused on your objective to channel your energies towards this, remembering that the more you give, the more you will receive in exchange. I really like that too. I really need to do my touch-up. Wow. Yes, totally new haircut. Love it. I love my hairstylist. She's amazing. Alright, now we have the moon. This is an even better card. I mean, we have a woman looking in and seeing a skeleton. So you can see that. I mean, it's like she's scrying. So it's very, very, very beautiful. Whoever did this artwork, which I'll get to here in a minute, you are amazing. Okay, the moon. The female and maternal archetype par excellence. Ooh, I like that, par excellence. The moon brings with it receptiveness, intuition, the power of the imagination, ideals, but also mysteries and secrets. I'm pointing my finger. It is the card of the subconscious and of dreams, and capable of revealing and overcoming the illusion of existence, I wish. The moon's reflection is captured in the water, from the tranquility of the lake to the sacred enclosure of a chalice. So, I can't read that. In its essence, whole and true. So, the reverse of this can, however, bring prejudices, isolation, or the keeping of secrets that are too heavy, leading to confusion and madness. Yeah, I've already gone there. The advice of the dead. Trust your intuition, but continue to listen and to observe what's around you, to discern its true nature. Yeah, done it. I'm doing it right now. It just keeps getting better. We have the sun. I mean, this is like a mariachi band? We're just missing one person? I love it. Look at that, how it's very grim, but it's still very, very sunny. A sunny disposition. Alright. So the sun represents the male and paternal archetype. Rationality, the conscience, like the beginning of a new construction and the arrival of great success. So this card, more than any other, brings with it abundance, brotherhood, and an unconditional love, and illuminates and warms our way. Oh, that's wonderful, that is. Alright, an arcana of power, command, and a guide through circumstances, but also people. So So for this reason, the reverse could be transformation into a tyrant, encouraging rivalry, vanity, or arrogance. We must never forget that an excess of sun can burn and provoke drought. Alright. We have judgment. I mean, this is amazing. I mean, these people are coming out of their coffins like there's no tomorrow, and they're so happy. Look at that. I mean, whoever that is in that coffin is just happier than ever to be getting out of that coffin. I mean, I would be too. Jeez. Okay. What is that? Judgment? That was judgment. So yeah, these are some pretty neat cards. So the master of the four elements, judgment calls from judgment calls from above. In a loud voice, a powerful and important renewal, the birth of a new conscience, a new family, a reawakening, and the liberation of something that we kept close and isolated. So this card represents a call to express our vocation, but also to discover, to evaluate, or to be evaluated and judged. So, when the negative side prevails, it will bring about consequences such as the fear of failure, infantile behavior, crisis, and insecurities that tempt us to remain closed within the coffin which we are called upon to leave. The advice of the dead. I love these ones. Having judged and pondered the situation, act rapidly and indulge the desire that is awakening in you. I love it. So, okay, the world. And this is the last of the major arcana. And these, I mean, this is the rainbow one. It's just amazing. She sits on a globe. And, I mean, she's just awesome. I mean, the gorgeous colors. Gorgeous colors. Sorry, it's so shiny. I have not used them, obviously. Not yet. Alright. The world card. The card of total realization and of expansion and achievement. So the world brings with it a slow but constant and determined evaluation towards success, fullness towards one's real personal and professional objectives. Very positive. So, as if towards the transformation and discovery of a new balance at the peak of a cycle. So if this card presents itself at the beginning of a reading, it could bring up a problem connected to a difficult beginning of something. A difficult beginning of something, where a premature realization is necessary before the action. A contraction of time with the risk of not being able to conclude when necessary. Or else the emergence of egocentric or, well, dispersive characteristics. I do need to get some reading glasses. Reading glasses. Cheaters. Alright, now the advice of the dead. Do not give up and do not be afraid. The road you have taken is right on, and right is the right one. And whatever difficulty you find will be brief, and you will achieve the results that you desire. Alright, that is the major arcana of her deck. So, let's see. So, okay, here it is. Artwork, concept, graphic design, and text by Fabio Lestrani. Book by Fabio Lestrani. Santisima Muerte Tarot. So here's a little bit about Fabio. So Fabio Lestrani was born in Rome in 1981. Oh wow. Oh my god. Dude, you're not much older than I am. He's a digital artist. He is a digital artist, author, and graphic designer of world fame, with many years of experience in the creation of various types of artistic and graphic products. His productions, in fact, include a great variety of illustrations, such as covers for comic books, illustrations for novels, artwork for musical groups, concept art, t-shirt designs, posters art, and naturally tarot. So, other than various recognitions such as the Best Illustrator Award in 2014 from the Pulp Factory or Selection from the prestigious Allegory Spectrum. Ooh, congratulations! The Best in Contemporary Fantastic Art. And he can also cite collaboration and appearances with clients and editors of such caliber as Marvel. Oh my god, really? Marvel, Titan Comics, IDW Publishing, Heavy Metal, Graffito, and Computer Arts. So in 2014, his first deck of tarot was published, Night Sun Tarot for Lo Scarbio. This deck received very positive acclaim from critics. Wow. Alright, so, and the public, as well as articles and interviews in various dedicated magazines and websites, such as the Something International, Tarophist International, and the Cartomancer. So, alright, Santisima Muerte Tarot. The dead are reborn and lie again in the belly of the conscience. Austin Osman Spare. Wow. So, we have that. Very good book. I mean, this guy is good. Look at that. How good he is. I mean, the illustrations, I mean, you can feel it. I mean, even the back is gorgeous. So, these are his cards, and you are amazing at your art. I love it. So, tomorrow, this is a very different kind of a deck. We will go on to the suit cards. So, luckily, I can actually keep them separate in this nice little box. It's just amazing. It really is amazing. How about that? How about that? What better gift to have on her altar for her? So, alright guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed. I told you guys I would do the La Santisima Muerte ones, both Spanish and English, but I'm going to start with the English first because I don't want to fuck anything up. So, alright guys, happy Monday. I love you all. Feed your ancestors. All my love all the way from Venus. All the way back. And I will see you guys tomorrow. So, I do hope you enjoy it, and I know a lot of people love the La Santisima Muerte, so. Alright, I love you all, and thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.